Hi, this is Miles, and if you were searching for survival skills you need to know, then you've come to the right place. On my channel I release videos all the time about survival skills, so consider subscribing. Also, if you want my survival skills training series, click on the link below at any time during the video. Anyway, as you can see in back of me, these trees back here, these redwoods, have been burned a little bit. And this is just the start of the actual forest fire. If you come back here just a little bit, if you come this way a little bit, you can see this is just the start of the forest fire, and it gets worse as it goes up there. This is all closed off. If you actually, look up this way, you can see where the trees are all burned. But imagine if you were caught up in there where it was burning. That would create a survival situation, and you would certainly want to have some survival skills. So I'm going to tell you about a few that I think that you need to know. So the first thing, if you get caught in a survival situation, especially out in the forest like this where the fire is, it might be a little hotter and stuff, but you will get, parched really quick or need to have water. So I think the first survival skill that you would really need to know is how to find water and how to purify water. And so one of the ways that you would do that, last night it rained here, so what you would do is put your containers out and actually catch the rain, if you have any containers during this fire. And if you were in a survival situation, just try to find anything that'll catch water, even in your hat or anything. If you could put a hat there with a little garbage bag inside so you can catch the water. Anyway, the second thing that I believe that is important to know is how to protect yourself from the elements. Like building a quick shelter or finding, shelter from the fire, for instance, or even the cold right now. Because today, since it rained last night, it's noontime and it's still about 45 degrees up here. So it's really cold. So you're going to want to protect yourself from the elements very quickly. Within 3 hours, it's going to start affecting you, and it's going to start making you, make decisions more hastily and more rapidly, and you won't make as good of decisions. The chances of you making a bad decision go up, a lot if you're being affected by the elements. The third thing I believe that you should know, the survival skill you should know, is navigation. So if you're caught in the middle of a fire, you want to be able to navigate your way out of it, or at least navigate your way to, safety. So that one of the things that you want to really focus on, if you're trying to focus on survival skills, is navigation. Because if you're caught in the middle of a fire like this, you have absolutely, you're going to be in a survival situation. It's going to force you into a survival situation. So the first thing I think that you should really learn is first aid. First aid for like broken things or burns, for instance, in this case, or it could be, cuts or bruises. If you're running away from the fire or trying to, debris falls on you, you should really learn first aid. And the last thing that I think that are just 5 basic survival skills that anybody should know is fire. Now, I know it seems unconventional in a situation like this to know how to make a fire, but if you're caught in a survival situation, making a fire is really helpful to making you feel more like you're not in a survival situation. So first thing you want to do is get away from the fire, and if the fire is creating your survival situation, you want to take some of the fire with you. But if you're like in a survival situation where you end up being in a mudslide or something like that, you're going to want to make a fire to dry your stuff out, and you're going to want to make a fire it kind of gives you a home base, a place where you can call your own, and also it keeps the animals away and stuff like that. So I believe that these could be 5 of the basic survival skills that I believe everybody should know, because as you can see behind me, we might be forced into a survival situation anytime. I live just down the mountain from this, and we almost got evacuated from this situation right here, and we didn't know if we were going to be forced into a survival situation or not. Anyway, this is Miles. If you like the video, give me a thumbs up. Feel free to make a comment, feel like subscribing, and also you can click on the link below and get my video series on survival skills. Thank you.